I have been using this MacBook as my daily workstation for the last 1333 days, and in that time I have edited more than 900 videos on this laptop. This has not been a casual laptop for me. It has been my main workhorse where I edit my videos as well as my clients' videos. And after 3.5 years of real brutal use, the real question is, does it still hold up? Can it handle heavy video editing with multiple softwares opened at the same time and with multiple Google Chrome tabs without slowing down? Let's find out. As for now, I think most people are well aware about the design of these MacBooks. M5 has recently released and it still has the same design as M1 MacBooks. As far as this MacBook is concerned, it has really good display, good for editing videos, color grading, and even watching movies. It has good keyboard, really nice trackpad, and it has all the ports most of the content creators need. Speakers are worth mentioning because they sound really great. But today, I am going to focus on performance instead of design. I am not into Geekbench score thing. Surely they have their own place, but I'll tell you my real experience with this laptop for the last 1333 days. As far as performance is concerned, I have edited more than 900 videos on this laptop. Some of the videos were 4K talking head videos around 20 to 25 minutes long. Some were podcast videos with multiple camera angles and multiple audio tracks. Some were short form videos and some were videos with only voiceover. The point is, I have edited almost all types of videos on this laptop and I have never faced any issue. As you know, Premiere Pro is notorious for crashing a lot, but as far as I remember, it never crashed on this laptop. I always get smooth playback even if I'm using some heavy effects on 4K footage. As far as rendering speed is concerned, it of course varies video to video, but for this 11 minutes and 41 second long 4K video with the layer of graphics, sound effects, music, titles and everything, it rendered it in around 5 minutes. As far as After Effects is concerned, I don't get smooth playback, but when I drop the resolution from full to quarter, I almost get smooth playback. Most of the time, I color grade my videos in DaVinci Resolve, and when I put some heavy effects on 4K video clips, playback definitely gets slower. It skips few frames here and there, but overall, I get smooth playback. In fact, this laptop is so goated that I was unable to tap it out in 3.5 years. I tried so many times, opened all the softwares all at once with lot of Google Chrome tabs running at the same time, but still this laptop handled everything gracefully. I sometimes get frustrated on what can I do to make this laptop tap out. But recently I was able to tap it out when I was editing 1 hour long 4K podcast video with 9 camera angles. After 3-4 minutes of editing, Premiere Pro stopped working because not enough RAM was available in this laptop, so I have to force quit the Premiere Pro and start again. This was the only occasion where I was able to hit the performance ceiling for this laptop. As far as thermal performance is concerned, in winters, fan do not turn on even when rendering long videos, and its metallic chassis remain cool as usual. In summer times when temperature reaches above 40 degrees Celsius, fan do start working when rendering long videos and chassis feels hot too. But of course, not everything is good in this laptop. As far as the storage is concerned, it does not have enough storage. It comes with only 512 gigs of SSD storage, which is not enough because sometimes only one video can take up to 300 to 400 gigs of space. So what I did, I installed all the softwares I need, saved some permanent files like templates, titles, transitions and sound effects on this MacBook, and after that I was left with around 140 gigs of space only. This is not enough space, especially for video editing. So I bought this SanDisk external SSD 2TB for around $150, and now I edit directly from this SSD. This SSD is really good. It has good read and write speed and I have never faced any lags so far. I also bought this 4TB hard drive When this SSD get full, I transfer my old projects into this hard drive to get back space in this SSD. I'll suggest you to buy external SSDs instead of getting more storage in the MacBook, because Apple charges you $200 for just 512 gigs of extra storage, but you can get really good 2 terabyte SSD in just $150. As far as battery is concerned, right now is sitting at 84% battery health after 793 charge cycles. One small tip: when you are using an external monitor with this laptop, keep the charger plugged in. In that setup, MacBook will use the adapter as power source after charging the battery, and you will be using the MacBook on the adapter without involving battery. This definitely helps to preserve battery health over time. For normal everyday usage, things like browsing, watching YouTube videos, watching movies, writing scripts and other light work, I can still get full day without charging. I don't even think about battery in those situations, which is kind of great. Now for video editing, it's obviously a different story. If I'm doing some serious video editing, I can drain this battery in about 3 to 4 hours. One more thing worth mentioning: even if you use this laptop on battery, the performance will not drop. I have seen some Windows laptop instantly dropping performance as soon as you start using them on battery. This is not the case with this MacBook. You will get the full performance even on battery. One of the most underrated feature of this laptop is that it does not have Windows. Windows operating system is such a nightmare for video editors and content creators. I have seen Premiere Pro crash way more on Windows than on macOS. Plus, macOS is way more reliable than Windows. It does not force you to install updates when you are in an important meeting or doing something critical. It does not get corrupted out of nowhere, and you don't have to deal with missing drivers for even basic things. Now, Windows does have its own advantages. If you are a pirate of the Caribbean, Windows is very helpful, of course. Also, there are some softwares that are only available on Windows. For example, when I was studying civil engineering, we used to use a lot of softwares that are only available on Windows. But as far as video editing and content creation is concerned, all the softwares are available on macOS as well. macOS is way more reliable, and in my line of work, reliability is very important. When I turn this laptop on in the morning, I know for sure it will work. It will not force me into installing some unknown bullshit updates. This is honestly one of the best investments that I have ever made. Yes, this laptop is expensive, but I would not call it overpriced. Spending around $2,000 on a laptop is a big deal, especially in countries like Pakistan, where people do not have very high purchasing power. But I'm very happy that I put my savings into buying this laptop. If you are planning to buy your first MacBook, I would say go for the MacBook with the latest M5 chip. But if you already have any M1 MacBook, I don't see any convincing reason to upgrade, at least in my use case. Whenever I upgrade, I know one thing for sure: I will go for more RAM, maybe 36 gigs, so that I can work on once in a blue moon situations where I have to edit podcast videos with 9 camera angles, or to get smoother playback in full resolution in After Effects. Now the main question: should you buy this MacBook today? I would say that really depends on your use case. If you are starting out as a content creator or as a video editor and you don't have to edit 8K raw videos, then yes, it totally makes sense to buy this MacBook. You can easily find this MacBook for around $1,000 to $1,100, which I think is a good deal. As far as my situation is concerned, I am thinking of buying Mac Studio with 36 gigs of RAM, because I already have an external monitor which I use to edit all my videos. And the plan is I will do heavy stuff like video editing on the Mac Studio and keep this laptop for watching YouTube videos, movies, scripting videos and other less intensive use cases. But I will only buy Mac Studio if I keep on getting high quality projects where I need more power to work on those videos. But as for now, I am good with this MacBook. After years of client work, deadlines and real pressure, this MacBook never became the weak link. And honestly, this is the highest compliment I can give to any machine.